Not a bad spot to spend the night. Down here in Croatia again. Just about to have a bit of breakfast and then make our way down to Zajarki for another fantastic week's fishing on probably one of the best carp lakes in the world. Doesn't get more exciting than that for me anyway. But yeah, here we are, 30 minutes from the lake. Found this lovely little hotel type complex and a beautiful setting. Incredible. But yeah, down here with my friends for another week, another go at Zajarki. And I'm gonna have another 20 minutes or so here with a quick bit of breakfast and then we'll be on our way. Can't wait. Been a good trip down again, uneventful, which is always nice. Crap conditions to drive in, but yeah, lovely here. What a place. Anyway, that's breakfast up there. And that's where I'm going. And we'll get things kicked off properly when we get down to the lake. But yeah, for now, what a lovely little spot. I'll see you down the lake. It's not a bad view, is it? We're back on Zajarki in Croatia. It's Monday morning now. We got down here Saturday evening, stayed in a nice hotel just up the road, and yep, got through the draw. Not too bad. In the middle again. But it's not been a bad start. I think about 10 chances so far, and a couple of losses. And the fish are cool. I've had nothing big yet. All 20s. We haven't weighed them all, but yeah. Yeah, mainly all 20s, but there's been some nice fish showing out there. Haven't really done a great deal of work to find a spot yet, because there was a lot of fish here already, so I just went in with single hook baits and PVA bags, and it's got me a few bites. But today I'm going to get the marker out, find a spot, and get some boilies on it. But it's a beautiful day, sat on a beautiful lake with my friend Sean. Haven't fished together for quite a few years, so it's nice to spend a week together with him. My mate Ozzy is just across the other side of this bottom bank. And our mate Al. I know they've had a couple of chances as well. But yeah, good to be back here. It's looking great. It's time now to get and do some proper work and get myself some bait out there. I was up till about 2:30 last night. It was a long old day. I feel pretty knackered. But for now, that's not bad. A bad way to kick things off. Alright, Monday afternoon. After our first 24 hours on Zajarki, which has been eventful to say the least. We've got to move swims almost straight away, as we got told by the club official that we we were in an area of no fishing, but it wasn't made known to us that area was closed. But anyway, we moved round the corner from where we were fishing, and we've managed to have a couple of bites between us so far, and now we've got our spots and that sorted today, because we're almost like a day behind. It's not been too long before we've got our first proper carp. Oh yeah, and he is very lively. He just put up a great fight in the water as well, you wouldn't believe it. But we'll have a quick look at him, because he is the first proper run. There we go. 39.5 pounder to start with. Great fight out of him, and nice to get one off of the baited area. We've just been fishing bags and singles to get a few bites, but now we've had time to find our spots, bait them, and this is the first off the baited area. So we'll get him back now, get some more bait out, and try for another. Lovely. That's it, mate. Okay, it's Monday afternoon, evening now actually. Just gone 6 o'clock, and we've finally got our spot sorted in our second swim. Bit of a story to that, which I'll save for another time, but we're in our second swim, so we had to go through all the motions of setting up and finding new spots, which we have done. We've got a bit of bait out, started catching a few fish, a little bit more bait, and just picked up one of Zajarki's prizes, a wonderful 71 pound mirror, and he's a beauty, and hopefully he will let us have a look. Still very lively. But there we go. Come on, big girl, just give us a moment. There we go, look at that, what a fish. Plenty of that from my good friend Sean to get this beastie in. He had a double take, also had a mid-30 at the same time. But yeah, barely 24 hours in and holding a fish out like this, it's fantastic. Let's have a little look at the other side. That's mint, isn't it?
Lift for them,
yes please mate, just give me a spin round. Wonderful. So, but yeah, there's been quite a lot of fish out already, a handful of 60s I think, and plenty of other fish, so it's a great start for our trip here. I think pretty much everyone's caught so far, and yeah, it's just the start, so I wouldn't mind betting that there'll be a few more fish out like this to the lads this week. Right, let's have one more look at her and we'll get her back. Come here. Finished? No. That's what it's all about, isn't it? What a carp. That's me an happy man for sure. I can enjoy the rest of my week here. Right, the normal thing, let's get this one back and see if we can catch another. And there we go, 71 pounder Zajarki mirror. What an absolute chunk. That'll do. You let her go. Brilliant. And there she goes. Look at that. Oh my days. What a fish. What a fish. Okay, and it's now Monday evening, just gone into dark, and after a lot of hard work today, My old mate Sean's gone and got his first fish in the net. Worked hard to find a spot, got the bait to it, and now has had a couple of bites off it, so it's looking good. We're both underway on the scoreboards now, and the conditions are fantastic for some good carp fishing. So we'll get this one back and carry on spotting. What a my friend Sean, good stuff. Oh, we got a little lull in the action. It's now Tuesday dinner time, and God, it's been busy. Been catching pretty steady. Yeah, since we got here, I think I've had close to or thereabouts 30 bites now, and all in the daytime, which is really nice. So I've had a couple, 2 at night, but all in the daytime, which has been really enjoyable. The last couple of times I've been here, it's been all at night, so getting some good sleep, but really busy in the day. Most of the fish are 20 pounders and 30s, but yeah, it's quite relentless, the action. This is the first sort of quiet period I'd have had today, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to get a bit of filming done. But yeah, my mate's just nipped round to the swim round there. The guy in there, Rob, he's just had a good one. And yeah, there's been a lot of decent fish out. A lot of 60s, a lot of 50s, a couple of 70s. And we've only done 2 nights. A quick pan round on the camp. Just sleep in there, that's all I use that for. And then we've got the old gazebo set out down the end, under the trees there, for a nice bit of shelter. And it rained a lot yesterday. Well, into dark it started sort of spitting, and then yeah, rained a lot overnight and through this morning. But that didn't deter the fish from biting. I'm fishing out at 110 yards, 115 yards, something like that. There's not that much out there, but I found a clear area, and got 3 baits in on that, all on double bottom baits, 20 millers. And some of the fish, I mean, they're definitely up for it. Some of the fish were hooking, they're, you know, a couple of inches inside the mouth, so they're really chomping on the bait when they come across it. And it's quite a nice swim to be sat in. This is the sort of opposite end of the lake to where I fished before. I've been down in that part down there past the island, and yeah, it feels like a completely different place. It's nice, I like it up here. But yeah, for now, just about, I think, like I said, 30 bites. Fantastic action. Really enjoying it. The fish are super fighting fit. Hopefully we can tempt some of them better ones. We'll keep trying, that's for sure. Oh, it's still Tuesday, sort of, I guess 3 or 4 o'clock, something like that now, and weather's turned great for the fishing, and we've had a couple of bites, and the best of the latest little flurry of activity is this one Sean's just had at £42. We've had a couple of better 30s than that today, so we're kind of hoping that the average will pick up, but we're happy enough catching these carp. We're having a jolly old time, in fact. And if this one behaves for a minute, we can have a quick look at it. Yeah, there you go. Nice chunky Zajarki 42 pounder. It's looking better all the time now, Sean, isn't it?
Yeah. What? It looks good for tonight, don't it?
Yeah.
Weather changing all the time in our favour.
And that. Right, we'll get this one back and catch up in a bit. Oh, it's Tuesday evening, stroke night now, and me and my mate Sean just had a flurry of bites. 6 or 7 bites in the last hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. We've had a few 20s and a couple of 30s, and in amongst it we're catching a lot of smaller carp, but with it you just got to keep plugging away. You've got what you've got in front of you and you're catching what's there, but punctuated in amongst these 20s and 30s I've been catching is a decent carp every now and again, and I've just had a nice 51 pound common, and it's a beauty as well. But they're really coming onto the bait now. We're putting out a lot of boilers. We're spending most of our day spodding and getting stuff ready, and having bites as well. We can get him up and have a look at you. But yeah, I've had well over 30 bites. 30 bites now, and we're just coming into our 3rd night, and all these fish are fighting fit, I have to say. Springtime, they've just woke up, haven't they? They're absolutely full of beans, and this one's no different. But hopefully he'll settle down and we can have a quick look at him. He's a beautiful golden common carp from Zajarki. What a cracking fish to catch. I think that'll do. We'll get him back. We've got rods to get out and more spotting to do. I've only been here 2 nights and I'm absolutely shattered already, but when there's prizes like this to be had, we'll keep plugging away and hopefully get to hold up 1 or 2 more of these beautiful carp. Anyway, that'll do for now. Oh, here we are. It's Wednesday morning now, and yeah, probably the best way to describe the last 24 hours would be carnage. Myself and me mucker Sean, we've had more than 30 bites in the last 24-hour period, and yeah, it's just been relentless and hectic. But we got a couple of fish to have a quick look at. Yeah, it's been brilliant. I mean, it's just fish after fish, just really hard work. Aching and tired and beat up already, but feeling great at the same time. But we've got some fish to look at, and I think the first one is a 51 pounder from my mate, so we'll get that done. Oh yeah, mate, that's a cracker. That's beautiful. Look at that. These are when all them miles and that are worth it, and all the effort we put in. I mean, we're not looking after ourselves that great because the action's so hectic. But there we are, a cracking 51 pounder for Sean. Well done, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Alright, here we go. Second half of Sean's brace of 50 pounders, and this one comes out at a real healthy 59 pounds. Let's look at that. That is a solid chunk of a fish. We're getting amongst them now, Sean, aren't we? Some bigger fish have definitely moved into our area after a string of smaller ones. And now we're catching some prizes like this. Happy days, my friend. Well, we're getting into some good fish now. Wednesday morning still just about, I think, and the weather changed a little bit last night, and conditions have swung round and the wind's blowing down in here, and it seems to have pushed off the smaller fish, and we're now getting amongst some good ones. We've had 4 or 5 50s now in the last 10-12 hours, and some 40 pounders too. Yeah, doing the same thing, just putting the boilers out there, keeping it consistent, but we've got some good ones moved in, and we've just had a nice couple of bites together, and this is the first of them. Put up a Titanic scrap of this here. It was mental, but it's a handsome looking fish. Over 53 pounds. Look at that, and scales on the wrist, and what a magnificent carp. Blimey. Ah, it's so good. We're so tired and aching and just for the relentless work that we're putting into catch these fish, but when you're holding one like this, it all fades away and you just feel happy. It's fantastic, that is. Right, I've got another one to have a look at now. We'll get this one back and get some more bait out.
I'm going.
Right, let's put this wonderful creature back. Look at that. That is a beauty. Wow. I can say goodbye. Yeah. Wow. That'll do. Same, mate.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the second fish I've had in a couple of bites close together, and this one's a nice dark chocolatey looking 49 pounder. Sean's just had one as well, and it's pretty evident now that we've got a better group of fish size wise moved into our area. We're seeing a lot less of the small ones that we saw in the last couple of days, and yeah, consistently catching better fish now. So to say it's exciting would be an understatement, but we were absolutely loving ourselves here, and this is a lovely clean. Mirror. What a cracker. That hump. Yeah, we're catching some great fish now. We're really tired. We're really aching. We've only done 3 nights. It's hard to believe how much effort we've put in, and we really have put a lot of effort in and worked hard for these fish. But like I said in the last one, when you get one and here it is, it's every bit of it's worth it and some. Fantastic job. We're going to keep trying and get some more if we can. Let's get this one back. All right, mate. Okay, it's Thursday morning now, probably about 11:30, and although we jumped forward a bit, it's just been so hectic, and we had so many bites and the conditions and everything else, we haven't really got the cameras out much, but we've been catching plenty of fish. I mean, we're probably like on something like 80 plus bites, maybe something like that. 70-80 bites. It's difficult to say without counting everything up, but anyway, we're still catching, and yeah, I've got a nice common here this morning. I got up this morning, only had 1 rodding, so I had a couple of bites in the night, and I was a bit tired, so I thought I'm going to try and get a bit of sleep, and I'm glad I did because I feel much better today. And yeah, got the rods back out this morning, and I've had 8 bites this morning, and this is one that is particularly nice. A nice, very clean common, almost brand new, and it comes out at £48 exactly. So we'll have a look at this one because it's and look at shiny, bright. Are you finished? Have you finished? Let's have a look at you. Oh, there we go. £48. A brand new common, there's not a blemish on it. It's absolutely perfect. Beautiful long wrist. What a wonderful fish. Great fight out of this one as well. But yeah, man, we're catching some fish. It's incredible. I know I've said it before, but this is the place of dreams. We'll have a quick look at the other side because it is so clean. Just to show you. But our group now have accounted for an incredible tally of carp in the 4 nights that we've been here. There's been an 80-pounder out to Andy. Probably something in the region of 770s now, Sean, in it, something like that. Maybe 1 or 2 more. Couple of dozen 60s and a whole load of others. So yeah, incredible. I've still got 3 more nights to go to try for some of these fantastic looking Croatian carp. That's a perler. That's an absolute perler. What a beauty. Look at the length of the tail on it. Wow. Wonderful. I'm going to get this one back now. And I've got another one down there. It's a bit bigger. We'll have a look at that one next. Okay, it's the second fish of this morning's flurry of activity, and we've just put her on the scales, and it comes out at a fantastic £56, and it's an absolute beauty as well. It's got some wonderful prick type scales, pinhead type scales on the wrist, and some bigger scales, and it's just a fantastic looking fish. A beauty, lovely colour on it as well. We'll see if we can get her up for a look. Hopefully she'll behave. But yeah, no. Hopefully she'll behave a bit so we can get a quick look at her. But God, they're fighting fit in the spring, aren't they? They just don't stop. Nope. There we go. I think she's settled down now. Good enough for us to have a look at this wonderful creature. Look at that. That's an absolute beaut. Real chunky solid fish with wonderful scale patterns on it and a lovely colour too. We'll have a quick look at the other side because this is lovely, this carp, and then we'll get her back. Me and Sean have been pretty much nailed in this swim because it's just been so hectic and so busy all the time that we finally got to give in and get down to shops because we're running out of everything and get some food and all that. But all your normal daily things go out the window when you're getting bites, and we haven't been looking after ourselves the best. But you can't stop when things like this are feeding on your bait. You just got to keep going and make the most of it. But this is fantastic. What a beautiful, beautiful carp to catch. Right, I think it's time we're going to put this one back. Maybe if she'll be able to get a couple of water shots. But for now, I'm one happy angler. we go. Just doing the rounds, been down the shops and that, and got me mate Al and Oz a bit of milk and that, and Al's just got this thing in the net. What a fish, well done Al. 52 pounder. Cracker.
What's his tail on the knocking that, mate?
Yeah, that's a nice one that, isn't it? Look at that. Just like us, working hard for all their fish, it's relentless on here, but worth every minute, isn't it?
Look up, Al.
Brilliant, Al, well done, mate. Whew. Wow, it's been a hectic evening. Me and Sean went off the swim for a few hours this afternoon, went and done a bit of visiting and to the shops and to use the facilities, and yeah, we put a decent bit of bait out before we left and kept the lines out of the water all afternoon. And anyway, it's been a good evening, and I've had a number of bites. I've just put back a 44 pound common, and no sooner than that had gone back, we slipped the net into this one, and yeah, it's another great fish, a lovely chunky mirror of just over 60 pound. Cool, what a session I'm having. Over 60 fish now, and there's still a couple of days to go, and yeah, it's just staggering really. What an absolutely incredible lake Zajarki is. Some of the catches the lads have made as well, yeah, it's just beggars belief really. It's the place of dreams. But, we'll see if we can get this lively one up for a look, and that's a real thick set, chunky mirror this one, that's for sure. Let's have a go. Let's see if he's ready. Oh, here we go. No, you want to flap there, did you? But anyway, yeah, we're still getting a decent amount of bites whenever we get a bit of bait out there and feed the swim. The fish aren't far behind. It's just all boilies, nothing else. No liquids or nothing, just straight boilies, and fishing straight boilies out the bag for hook baits. And we're catching carp like this, it's just magic. Absolutely incredible. These fish are fighting fit as well, I think I said before. Full of their spring vigour, and we're getting titanic battles from them. We'll just slip this one down and have a little look at the other side. There's a beautiful carp, a real chunky, fine example of what you can come here and catch. Look at that. And with the mixture of carp that we've been catching, you know, it could be a double, a 20 or something like this, and that's how our session's gone. We literally don't know what's coming next. I've probably done in excess of 60 kilo of bait in the 4 nights that I've been here. It's a lot of hard work, to be fair. Everything else, peppering over all the rigs, and you're just constantly on the go, and you don't really get a lot of downtime to sort of sit and relax, or even at times get any food or anything. You know, it really is like that. But yeah, this is some place, and oh, I got a bit of a hang on his shoulder there, bit of leaf. But yeah, that's what it's all about. Look at that. Oh, fantastic. Right, I'm going to get this one back and get going again. It's now Friday morning, or dinner time actually, and the sun's out. It's a beautiful day today. Make you feel a bit better. We're feeling pretty tired now and beat up from all the hard work we've been putting into this session, but it's paying us back handsomely. We've had a lot of bites between us now, loads. But it's looking fine today. There's still a couple of more nights to go. But yeah, we've gone through so much bait and tackle, and yeah, it's a real sort of, or can be a real sort of punishing, grueling session to get through physically, but when the rewards keep coming, you just keep going. It's incredible fishing, like nothing else I've ever experienced, to be fair. And some of the catches the lads have made on here this week have been outstanding. It's staggering what this place is like, staggering. Right, we're just fishing nice and simple, boilies straight out the bag, and the same thing on the end of our rigs. That's what's getting us the bites anyway. We'll keep going through the motions, and with any luck we'll get some more chances. Don't matter how many you get, sometimes you always want that next one. And hopefully we'll be enjoying some of that shortly. I've got some rigs and that to tie up now, so I need to get busy. Here we are, Friday afternoon, early afternoon, and it was seeming a little bit quiet. The weather's changed now and sun's out, pressure's lifted a bit, I would imagine, and yeah, the fish have been relatively quiet, but we were just sat here talking about things like you do, and we started to see a couple of fish, and generally as soon as you see a bit of movement out there, there's a chance. I didn't fish this morning. I was up till 4 in the morning and called it a day at that point. I was knackered, and I decided to bring the rods in, and I got up this morning and put about, I don't know, 3 or 4 kilo of bait up there, and went off and used the facilities, and not long had the rods out. Since I come back, went round to see me mates Oz and Al. Right, this is the treacherous bit down here, as you can probably see. Coming down here in the dark is not a lot of fun, especially when it was raining, because as you can see, most of it's turned to clay. And yeah, it's a bit treacherous, but we're managing it. I thought I was just going to start tying some rigs up, take advantage of the quiet time, because previously we didn't really have a lot of time to do anything apart from putting bait out and getting a few bites. It's nice to play a fish in the daytime here. I've been here a few times before and fished down that half of the lake down there, and it's predominantly night time. I had one proper bite in the day, a couple in the morning, early morning, 5:30, that kind of thing, but yeah, all at night. So it's really nice to get a fish in the daytime. This one's getting in a bit closer now. Come on.
Oh my god.
a big
Oh
common.
my god.
That's a good 50 pounder, I know. That's a nice one, that one, Sean.
Right.
Big common. No wonder the fight has been extraordinary.
It's bigger than £50, mate. Just get in there.
Yeah. Here we go, Pete. Go, 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 go.
Yes!
Yes! Get in there. Wow, what a fight!
He's massive, mate.
Let's have a look at him.
He is massive. Look how long he is.
Oh, yeah. That's a 50 pounder, that is, for sure. Look at him. Yeah, fantastic. Right, well, we'll get this one. Oh, yeah, look at that.
Mate,
Beautiful.
he's bigger than £50. I'm telling you.
Oh, my days.
He's the longest one I've seen.
Fantastic. Brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, after an otherwise quiet morning, that was mainly due to the fact that I was out to swim. I went out to use the facilities and go and see my friends Oz and Al round in the other corner of this bottom end of the lake, and come back, got the rods out. I'd put some bait out before I left to swim as well, and yeah, it seemed the conditions had changed a lot. It's gone sunny, the pressure's definitely lifted, but a beautiful spring day for us to sit out in finally. And yeah, this has just gone off and I've caught myself an incredible looking common. It's one of the longest common carp I think I've ever seen. Look at this one. And it comes out at a wonderful 58 pounds. Look at that. What a carp. That's crazy. They like the boilies in here. Wow, what a trip me and my mates having. Anyway, I'm going to get this one back, get the rod back out and have a nice celebration cup of tea. Wonderful, wonderful fishing. That's a carp and a half, that is. The length of it. And the fight was incredible. Oh, what a carp. What a carp. Right. Let's let you go. Beautiful. Yeah. That'll do. That'll do. Looks nice now. It's all finally calmed down. That's the first day we've been able to sit outside and without feeling cold and or getting wet. But yeah, the camp all nice and dried out now. But yeah, 5 nights in, 2 to go, and yeah, we've had a great session. Incredible, so many bites, a lot of good fish, and a fantastic time. Been great fishing with my old mate Sean. Haven't fished with him for quite a few years. My mate Ozzy and Al are over there on that beachy looking area. Been catching a few nice fish. But yeah, it's been good. Hard work. Just on the when the fish are having it, you're just on the go all the time. It's relentless. And last night I was up till 4 in the morning and called it a day at that point. Just had to get some sleep. But yeah, what a place. It's been a real good trip. Used a lot of boilies. That's all I've used. Nothing else. Just boilies, ready-mades, straight out of the bag, and that's what I've been using on the rigs as well. Just double 20mm bottom baits, and that's produced all the bites. I did play around with a few things at the start of the session, but it was pretty evident that that was the winning tactic for this trip. But yeah, a nice evening to sit out. I'm fairly confident, although with the break in the weather things have definitely slowed up. I'm fairly confident there'll be more chances before we call it a day. So I'm going to sit down and enjoy the rest of this lovely evening. And maybe get a chance or two before the day's out. Okay, it's Saturday morning now on our final day here in Croatia, and we've had a few fish this morning, a few bites since 4 o'clock this morning, and moments ago my friend Sean got this in the net, and that is a lovely chunky 58 pounder. We've had some great fish this trip, and some fantastic action, and we've had a great laugh as well. It's been a wonderful trip, and we've still got time yet to maybe get 1 or 2 more of these. Look at that. That's fantastic. Well done, Sean. Well done, mate. Well, it's the last day now. Friday afternoon, normally the quiet period there, so we've started packing things up and got the van kind of half loaded already. But it's a lovely day, lovely and warm, pleasant, get everything dried out nice, and we're still catching. We've had a run of fish since 4 o'clock this morning. We basically stayed up and just carried on fishing and had a few more. Sean had the best one of the day, a 57 pound mirror. But yeah, still getting the bites. And it's been absolutely incredible. We've had so much action with the carp and just a great time. Sean's a great cook, and yeah, we've worked hard together, worked really well as a team, because at times it was so hectic and multiple bites. Yeah, what a week. It's absolutely fantastic. Used a lot of bait and spotted it all out. My arms are knackered, my back aches, but it's all worth it when you're catching these wonderful carp out of here. I mean, considering this is, you know, pressured and generally full lake, very busy, the fish we're catching are in excellent condition. Some of them look absolutely brand new. But here we are, end of our trip. 1 more night to go, and we'll be away around about 9 in the morning. We're pretty confident we'll get more chances before we go, but we'll have to see about that. If anything happens much, I'll catch up with that in the morning. Oh, just look at that. I don't know if you better hear me over the wind, but I didn't get a lot of time this morning to do a finishing bit, my bit of video, but we had to get up and get away early. We had a long section of drive in front of us and wanted to get through the border crossings before it got too busy, but we're just on the last part of the stretch through Austria now, making a pit stop. Yeah, what a fantastic week, absolutely mind-blowing. I'm not even sure of how many bites we had between us, but it was more than 100, and we had some fantastic fish. Last night was no exception. Had 7 bites overnight, no real big ones, but a couple of cracking £40 commons. It was a great way to end probably one of the best trips I've ever had abroad. Absolutely staggering the fish that we caught and the fish that we've seen our friends on the trip catch as well. We're absolutely knackered, ready to get up into a hotel in Germany. There's my van there, and have a nice shower and a decent meal. Next trip's in August, and I'm off to Italy then to have a go on Perico. Look at that, amazing. I'll see you next time.